Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading, so I do look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes. This will allow you to understand why everything's playing out the way that it is. That's really important when we're dealing with people that have a lot of spiritual blocks, because people that have blocks, they get in their own way, they sabotage the connection, they just they don't believe that they can have love. So the habits and the behaviorisms that they have, created, they created subconsciously as a way to for them to survive, but now it blocks them. So it's really important to understand why a person does what they do, because this takes the focus off you, because a lot of times being with a person that's spiritually blocked, they make us feel as if then there's something wrong with us. So it's a way to also see, why are we attracting this person into our life? Like, you're a magnet of whom what comes into your life. So does that mean that you have bad character if the person has bad character? No. What it means is that your vibration is the same. There's only two energies, love and fear. So you not knowing, unfortunately, would be this on the same vibration as somebody that's selfish, negative energy, unfortunately. So understanding how you contribute to the dynamic of the connection allows you to integrate new habits, new behaviorisms, which indirectly makes the person that you're dealing with change, which is really important, because when you're dealing with people that are spiritually blocked, they're stubborn, they're self-righteous, they have a big ego. So it's like you're trying to get this person to, like, be compassionate to what your feelings are. They don't want to do that. So being nice, you don't get anywhere. So it's not about being mean either, because then you don't get anywhere either, because then the person retaliates. But it's more or less about you evolving into a higher state of consciousness. So you raise your vibration, which makes this person look at the situation differently. Not because they wanted to, they didn't volunteer to do this. It was because by you changing, that made them change. And then once we change, we're able to understand the connection a lot better, All right. So if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you have to obviously be open to getting a shadow reading, because part of your reading is going to be a shadow reading, because I don't like to predict the reading. I like to tell you what's blocking you from actually obtaining what it is that you want. There's many different realities that play it at one time. If you're a good advisor, you're going to advise, You're not just going to say. So my readings have a therapy style to them, is what I'm getting at. You have to like the video, you have to subscribe to the channel, you have to write the word of the video in your comment bar. Understand, you'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath. If I did, you'll reach out to me through my email. We'll correspond back and forth, figure out best day, time that works for us. Tell me what channel you found me on, and also you have to be open to getting the reading live. Now, you can make your reading private by just sending me all your questions the day before, though you usually don't have to, because I'll answer them in my channel anyway. So again, the underlining energy is vanity. So that would be the word that you have to write in your comment bar in order to enter into winning a free reading with me. Oh, I feel like somebody really cares a lot about what other people think. Like, you're connected to somebody that cares a lot about what other people think. And the thing is that I feel like those people really don't have your person's best interest at hand, have their own best interest at hand. But again, they care. Their ego is what's running the show. And I feel like you're someone that when this person first met you, you were very different. It's not that they weren't attracted, they were attracted, but how things look on paper means a lot to this person. So I don't believe that you looked so great on paper, or this person believed that you didn't look so great on paper. Now, it doesn't mean that they took the time to really get to know you either. But what I do know is that this person, like it says, cares a lot about what they look. the facade of things. And I think that they're being controlled by certain people around them based on knowing that. Hey, Selena. Well, that wasn't even in the right deck, but I'm going to take it anyway because it's like this person was always like deceiving. I feel like there's somebody that isn't really who they say they are. They put up a front, and this is what I'm saying about vanity. When people try to make themselves look perfect, right? It's because they feel that they have shame. People that feel inadequate want to seem perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. When we like who we are, that we're actually coming from a place of being perfect. This person doesn't like who they are. So they don't really trust in themselves. So they don't trust in other people. So it's like they very rarely let people that emotionally get that close. They tend to strategize the relationship. You always kind of feel like they're trying to get over. And it doesn't mean that they don't have feelings for you. It means that they don't trust. So it's an unconscious survival mechanism that this person goes into relationships and they look for problems. And it's a way that they feel like they're protecting themselves. But what it really does is it makes this person paranoid. It makes this person see what they're looking for. Because if we look for something long enough, we begin to like imagine that we're seeing it. And so, hey, Lars. And so I also feel like this person, like when you talk to them, they were never really 100% transparent with you. You always felt like they were leaving information out of their story, like secrets. Like, again, someone isn't telling the whole story, leaving pieces out of it. And that's mainly because I want you to like me. And I don't think that you will like me if I showed you everything. I also feel like some of the secrets is that this person's obviously connected to people that make them feel as if they're a lot stronger and a lot more secure than they actually are, and they want you to perceive that they're strong. They want you to perceive that they're perfect. They care a lot about what you think of them. But the truth is that what you feel and what you see are two different things. Like you feel that this person is always trying to like get over on you. And then what you see is also a person that's trying to put up that front. So they make the relationship really rocky because they don't put enough time, and it's really they don't like who they are. So everything is coming from that level of consciousness. Not to mention this person needs to decide whether they want to keep you in their life or they don't want to keep you in their life. There's a sense that because they're energetically holding on to you, they're not moving forward. I feel like, yeah, there's a part of you that's still holding on to, but you're like, I would be able to let go if this person energetically would let go. I don't understand why they won't let go if they didn't want really to be even in a relationship with me or act like they weren't in a relationship with me. This person gets in their own way, as I said. So I don't think that they're conscious to a lot of what they do. It's that they're reacting a lot from like their persona of who they want you to perceive that they are. And I feel like that, regardless of whatever they try to build, whatever walls that they try to put up, there's feelings there. So it always winds up crumbling. It's not like it doesn't. It's that this person is starting to see that the life that they keep building for themselves really just keeps them shut out of, having good relationships, having like a fulfilling life. I feel like this person feels empty because on an emotional level, it's affecting them, even though they're not really emotionally intelligent. I just feel like it's, again, this person you build feels like it's falling apart. Yeah, like it's like anything that they have built in the past, if it wasn't built on unconditional love, which This person doesn't let people into their heart. They don't, I mean, their relationship with you is a soul connection. It's not hard because of you. It's hard because of the persona that this person wants to like create for themselves. It's like they care a lot about what other people think. I think a lot of people that are around them don't have their best interest at hand. So there's a sense that this person's always coming from their ego. When we're deceiving, that's what we're doing. So we're never letting anyone 100% in. So everything that's built is built on the ego. So it's not going to last. It's going to crumble. So especially if the relationships that they've built are like not really genuine, and there's an energy that they're not. And I don't know whether that's through work, this person's work, that they see like their life is crumbling, everything that they built, if that's that, or if it was like a family that they thought, again, I built a family, I created a home. I said, oh, this person might be going through a divorce right now. It's like whatever they built is not, like I said, it's not, it's falling apart, and it's falling apart because this person didn't create it from a place of love. See, with you and this person, there is like this energetic feeling of love. However, they get in their own way. So the relationship is always rocky. So it's almost like this person, no matter which way they go, doesn't really ever feel satisfied because they have to come from their true self. They can't come from a mask part of themselves. They have to come from themselves. So again, and they also feel like that time is not on their side. I feel like they wasted a lot of time, and there's an energetic feeling like that you're moving away from them. That's what they can feel, that the energy is getting weaker. And part of the crumbling, I'm sure, is that connection, that whatever little connection that they did build with you, because you're not looking at them the same way, and they're wasting a lot of time. And then even when you do reflect back on the relationship, you reflect back on it like it was difficult. Like it was always difficult, and the person wasn't 100% leaving you in. They were, keeping secrets to make themselves look better. And it's almost like this person has regrets. They feel like they have already missed their chance with you. And it's because, again, they wasted a lot of time. And they wasted a lot of time because they didn't want to come in and talk to you, tell you everything. They wanted to keep secrets. And you would have known that this person was deceiving you, and you got tired of, them trying to make things look a certain way. But you could feel like if the relationship was really that way, the relationship wouldn't be so rocky. So whatever little relationship that they've created with you, they see that it's falling apart because you're not feeling that this person's truthful. They're not being transparent. Like this person has a lot of passion for you, but it's also like, understand there's a fine line between love and hate. So there's like where this person would completely consume themselves in you, but not in a positive way, because it would be also like you were controlling them. This person's spiritually imbalanced. That's what we see here. We see somebody that only comes from their facade. They're not strong within themselves. So of course that they would have a balanced thing if they got in a connection with you, that they would go 1,000 miles an hour into the relationship, and then the relationship would just fizzle out, because it's almost like this person doesn't really come from their true sense of self, right? They come more from like the facade, the illusion that they want you to perceive that they are. And so eventually you would feel like, okay, what I'm seeing and what you're telling me are two different things. So that's a problem. You would always feel deceived. And it's because, again, this person leaves information out because they feel inadequate. So I feel like part of them holding back from you was, to get you to move, obviously, right? So again, you didn't move. I think what happened is this person wasted a lot of time. And then as they wasted that time, there were other areas in this person's life that started to crumble. So again, they know that the relationship is extremely intense, but it would go from one paradox to another, just be so like intense that it would, and with this person not being balanced, the relationship would actually become very toxic. Now that doesn't mean that they don't have feelings for you. What it means is that they're an all or nothing type of person, and that they like things their way. They like to control. They want a lot of passion, but it's again that when they have spiritual wounds that they haven't healed, that they'd be passive aggressive. They do things like from not from like a nice space. Like they'd be like a little malicious, where it's again passive aggressive. You would feel like at first, is this person doing this? Like that, like are they really like trying to make you like paranoid? And the reason why is because this person's not strong within themselves. So they would continually try to make you not strong within yourself. And that's pretty, but the issue is when there's such an imbalance and you're dealing with someone on a lower vibration. And we know that they're on a lower vibration because everything that they've created is crumbling. It's not lasting. I hope you can move on and find love again. So it's almost like this person, I feel like they don't think that they're good enough for you, to be honest with you. I feel like that this person, like, they can keep the relationship like in the fantasy realm, but as far as really be in an intimate everyday relationship, no. I feel like this person gets triggered a lot. Anyone that's malicious, that means that they get jealous, that they get triggered. They deliberately do things to try and make you like upset, to emotionally manipulate you. And like I said, it's not like there isn't passion. There is passion, but when you're dealing with someone on a lower vibration, it's that's what it is. You get burnout, and the reason why is because you would be putting out so much energy. And another part is that you wouldn't feel safe with this person. This person doesn't make you feel safe. And they sit there and they wait and they procrastinate and they hold back in hopes that you're going to be the one, to the point that so much time has gone by that now it's a missed opportunity. It's like you're always getting in your own way. You're always trying, it's like making that a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's because you don't want to change. I feel a connection to you like no other I've had. So again, it's not like this person doesn't have a spiritual connection to you. But then you're like, but then why does it look like that? And the reason why is because they have blocks. I need someone to help me get over you. See, it's again like this person doesn't want to like lose themselves in you. They don't want to be vulnerable within you. And that's mainly because if the relationship's rocky, it means because you're not gonna sway on what you want. You're not going to compromise. So you hold to a certain standard, and I feel like that pushes this person too to be angry because they don't like boundaries and they don't want to be held accountable. If anything, they like to be somebody that leaves information out and be a little deceiving. And that's the thing. You left a mark on my heart that I won't that they won't forget. There's a lot of like an intense spiritual connection. So you have to say, so what's the whole point? Like it's like this person has feelings, but they want everything their way, which is a very common theme with people that are not on equal vibrations when you're dealing with someone on a lower vibration. but it's not like there isn't a spiritual connection. There is one. Is one that challenges this person. Say, you're going to continue to wear the facade, or are you going to be like vulnerable? And this person doesn't want to be vulnerable. It says, I can't validate our love in the 3D until I understand our spiritual love in the 5D. Give me time to explore this aspect so I can be a strong spiritual partner for you. So again, just because there's a very strong spiritual connection, this person just tends to not not credit it. First of all, if they've only had bad relationships, it's like, well, yeah, relationships can be really passionate. It's like they're learning that it's spiritual, but they don't know what spiritual means. What's the point? What's the, like, otherwise they don't put much stock in it. It's like this person's a very logical and analytical person. So it's like, does that mean, like, am I supposed to be subservient to you because we have this spiritual connection? Like, am I supposed to be with you? Is this the way that the universe is telling me I'm supposed to be with you? What's the point of it? So it creates a lot of questions for this person. I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. So I feel like for some that this person feels like, well, I can, I have a hard time connecting to you emotionally, but I may connect a lot better to you like through whatever it is that you're doing within the community, within something that you're creating. So there's a little bit of twin flamey energy going on here where this person again says, well, I have a higher calling. You're like, whatever you're doing is sparking something inside of me. I'm excited about that. I can see how I would be able to contribute to your life. It's awakening something within inside of me, which understand it's twin flame is not just about the spiritual connection. It's about getting a better physical connection, and that would be through creating something. Love like ours can change the world. So this person, don't get me wrong, it's like they do feel a very strong spiritual connection, like it's, and that there's love, and that no matter like what you go through or what happens, that you're almost always going to be connected. And there's a sense that you may feel that way too. I mean, usually it's not a one-sided thing. However, it's not because this person shows you the right things. It's not that they're doing the right things. And it's not even the fact that they're surrendering. It's the fact that when you like close your eyes and you like even think of this person, there's a spiritual connection that can't be broken. It's like they feel like home. You feel like home to them. It doesn't mean that they like what you do. And it doesn't mean that they don't trigger, but the issue is that they keep coming back. That even though that this person may have a personality of getting triggered and throwing a temper tantrum and never talking to the person again, they always evolve back. They always come back to you. They always, because there's love there. I think that you're beautiful inside and out, and I see the light that radiates in your soul. So again, there's a sense that you have higher character, you're of a higher vibration. So of course there's a need, there's a desire, because they have a connection to you, and you have this soothing spiritual energy, and that energy is of love. It's comforting, where this person has they don't really have an open heart. They don't really want to allow this love. There's a part of them that again says, I don't want to be vulnerable to this love. I don't want to, but I know that I've missed my chance. When really, if they would just get out of their own way, they wouldn't miss their chance. They don't know whether they missed their chance or not. They're just, again, wasting time. Our union as an energy needs clearing. So again, that like your energy needs clearing, you and this person. Like if it was like a soulmate twin flame relationship, at this point, like this person has done so much to the connection that it's like toxic. It's a little toxic. And so they still want to be in your life, but I feel like they've done a lot of things that you're like, I don't trust you. And so really what spirit is saying is the energy needs to be cleared, but that energy needed to be cleared before they came into your life, because you have spiritual blocks from ancestors and from friends. And so this energy is kind of coming into your life to awaken those past traumas that you have become detached and disassociated from. So what spirit is saying is our union's an energy and it needs clearing. Repeat this 11 times with slow, deep breaths. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm grateful for you. So again, like I said, this was a twin flame connection that this person destroyed. And so there was unconditional love, but this person played too many games. They got in their own way. So it's not that they don't have feelings for you. They do, but they're saying that they know that they wouldn't be, that it's not going to work out. That's why they need somebody to get over you. That's why, again, they feel like the connection that they've had is like no other, but it scares them because they need healing. And what they see is that they don't treat you right. And you're eventually not going to want to be in a connection like this. This person feels the chemistry between you, and it needs to trust that the energy that you guys share is strong enough to fix the connection. That's what this person hopes, because what they're like, they know that they keep getting in their own way, and that you keep getting triggered from them. And this person is like, I'm praying you'll come back after everything that's happened between us. I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. No, because again, they ruined this relationship. So, and they know it, but it's almost like they cared too much about what other people thought and about their appearance than they did about the connection. Union is an energy, not a physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. That's what makes this person not want to give up on the connection. That's how they know that it is a spiritual connection. When I look deeper into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates me. Again, soul connection. Please contact me. I may not respond, but knowing you care opens my heart. So again, this person's afraid to contact you. They're afraid of that rejection. However, I feel like don't contact them. It's like this person needs to surrender their ego. They're afraid to contact you, but they need to get over it. It's like part of surrendering their ego is that this person feels very insecure right now. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. And that's what I said. I said, this person is afraid that you're asking other people and they've asked other people and they've gotten bad advice. And they're afraid that you're going to listen to other people and not give them another chance because that's what they did. And so it's, again, don't judge this, surrender, just surrender. I know it's triggering, but from a higher perspective, it's clearing energy and bringing us closer together. So again, this is like a karmic connection. However, karmic, we tend to always associate with negative, like that person's going to come into our life and hurt us. What you see here is that two people that there is an intense connection to, but that because one of the people are on a higher vibration, they're like, I'm not just going to let you into my life. You have to prove it. You have to give me energy to do it. And what we saw here was a lot of resistance in the beginning. And now this person is kind of weaving back and forth. But what we see is, again, that they're fighting it. They don't want to surrender to it. But again, when we surrender, that means we're surrendering our ego. That means we don't have to control it. This person wants to control everything because the relationship's triggering. It makes them go deep inside of themselves. So it doesn't feel comfortable. When people have wounds, it doesn't feel comfortable to go inside. So that's why they're judging it. But really, the universe has a hand in it. It says, I feel our sexual energy between us, yet it's beyond physical attraction. However, it needs to be elevated to the expression of deep unconditional love, which is what this person has not allowed you to do. They've kept it at a lower vibration, which is, I'm hot for you, I'm passionate for you, I really like you, but I keep it in the fantasy. I don't keep it in the physical realm because I don't feed it. I don't give it enough. It's like, and the reason why is because I listen to other people about what I should do with my relationship, because I don't trust myself. Because I don't trust myself. And that's why you don't trust this person. And that's why the energy needs to be cleared, because as long as you're going to be like that, then the energy there'll be a cord, but nobody will be doing anything. And over time, just a lot of resentment, which is what I feel like happened, which is why this person's like, please contact me. But it's like, hey, listen, you need to surrender your ego. It's like, and figure out exactly what you want. It's like, they know, like, almost like, oh, after everything that I've done, I don't think that it can be fixed. It's like, well, why do you keep pushing it more and more and more to like not fix it? You have to just surrender your ego. Well, again, we see that it's a process, and it's a process that's done like because there's a lot of passion. But we also see that the person is fighting it all through the thing. It's like they judge it. They don't understand it. They don't like feeling vulnerable. They don't understand what it is. However, they can't deny the awakening, the 1111. That's what they're doing. They're awakening to it. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. See, this person's codependent. It's like, I don't trust myself to come to you. I'm afraid to come to you because I'm afraid that you're going to reject me after everything that I've done in the connection, which how you would not is that actually if they came to you, right? If they surrendered their ego, there's a part of them that just doesn't want to surrender their ego. They, again, are trying to get you to come to them to give them that, because this is the second time that it's like, please, please, please send me support. Again, please, like, be open to it, where you're like, I'm open to it. I just need to see something from you, where this person's acting like that they can't do anything. This situation is being caused by the both of us. Look at your role in the situation to help us change it. Well, I feel like you are. I feel like that's the whole thing. You are changing it. The dynamic is that this person normally comes in and they don't know what they want, and you're catering and you're nice to them, or that people are catering or nice to them. You were like, I'm going to hold you accountable. It's like, I'm going to make you work through it. So understand, like, this person is not something that they want to do. They don't want to surrender their ego. They just can't help it. I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with love. So again, there's that passion and there's this desire. Triggered and old patterns have surfaced and it hurts. So you can see when this person allows themselves to lay down their ego, what happens? They get triggered. And that's because they revert back to the old habits and the old behaviorisms because they haven't healed them. So that's why they're being asked to heal. So again, I feel like you're the catalyst that is making this person heal, because they're awakening to this unconditional love. And there's a passion, there's a desire. It's not that this person hasn't fought it. This person hasn't come back and surrendered his ego or her ego yet. What they keep doing is saying, oh, I need to figure out the spiritual connection. I don't understand the hold that it has on me, though I can't deny that it's not there. But how about you contact me? It's like, oh, I don't know whether you'll come back to me. Oh, like, I'm nervous, but I long to sweep you off your feet. However, as soon as I do that, I get triggered. And then I ask other people what I should do. And then I listen to those other people. And then I imagine that you're doing the same. And it's again, they don't feel like it would be good. And then they say again, please send me energetic support. Like it's again, you need to like to show me. You need to make me feel comfortable. So I believe that this person might have acted some like very secure when you met them, but they're very insecure because all through this reading, they're like, and please show me how you feel. I don't want to put my neck out on the line and be transparent with you in case you don't have feelings for me. That's what we see all through this. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to nurture yourself. This person like feels like they know what they did hurt you. They know, but it also hurt them. And I think it hurt them more than it hurt you. And that what they're realizing is that, there's consequences for what they did. They have to kind of fix it. And that even if they didn't fix it, that like let's just say they didn't know how to fix it, that you should heal that within inside of yourself is what they're saying, so that you can obtain it, so that you can again, so that you're both not going to repel each other. I'm listening to my higher self now. A higher power is guiding me, and it took them a long time to surrender their ego, because I see that there was a lot of back and forth. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others to do the same. So what you saw was an entire process. And that entire process is, the person's in their ego, they're vain, they're coming mainly from a survival fear-based consciousness, not wanting to really let anyone in, wanting to have everything their way. They couldn't control it. You brought them to a place of really of fear, because they were like not believing that you would ever come back. But you possibly wouldn't have come back unless they would have changed. And then what we saw is what needed to happen, which is to ask for forgiveness, to clear the energetic programs, because these energetic programs of how you were dealing with this person and vice versa, both were taught to you guys in childhood, but both of you guys were raised in environments that weren't balanced, that weren't supportive. So again, being taught how to communicate with each other, from to just showing up for each other is not, when it's not taught correctly. And when I say not taught correctly, is like if you grow up in a house where people are screaming at each other and calling each other asshole and just insulting each other, and because that someone's seen as not being perfect or not showing up or not for whatever it is that spirit's saying, well, you need to like integrate those spiritual wounds of compassion, self-sacrifice, all the higher consciousness, which the twin flame does. It transmutes the wounds. But understand that these were not getting transmuted without this person having a lot of passion, but also without the clearing process, which Spirit was saying. It's like you both have to clear. The unions and energy needs clearing. That I'm sorry. It's again, please forgive me. Growing up in an environment where you weren't allowed to make a mistake. Growing up where if you were sorry, you weren't forgiven. I love you. Being transparent, being vulnerable, that wasn't allowed. I'm grateful for you. Having gratitude. These are higher levels of consciousness that you're both being asked to embody. And that might seem like an easy thing to do, but it's not easy if it's a soulmate twin flame connection where the person's not healed. They're learning, but they're seeing it. Oh, please send me the energy because I can't do it myself. They can do it themselves. They can come into your energy and be transparent. It's, again, this energy is making them change. So you have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? What are you supposed to learn? The first card out is feeling unworthy. Then organized chaos. Belittled, pretty much the same as unworthy. Misunderstood. Disassociated. And nurturance. So when I ask, like, what was the energy, like, imprint that you're holding? Why would you attract a person into your life that, that this is a twin flame connection, but they can't get out of their own way? Like, that they need to clear their energy. And because, again, if there's such negative energy, it's making you have to clear your energy because you're getting aggravated being connected to this person, where Spirit's saying, well, it's the trauma of, again, when we go through experiences that are traumatic, like on an emotional level, a lot of times we don't remember, we disassociate from our body. So we don't have a feeling one way or the other about it. It affected us, though. It made an imprint. And that imprint, I feel like, is that you weren't nurtured, that you were, again, if anything, you were belittled and made to feel unworthy. And that's growing up in an environment with a parent that isn't happy, someone that is, again, stuck in their trauma. And so you're living like in organized chaos because life still runs, but you're living somebody else's reality, which isn't a real reality. But you're always going to be seen as misunderstood. You're always going to seem like inadequate. You're always going to seem like you don't belong anywhere. And that's because, again, the first person to really, the first person that was supposed to give you love and understanding and show compassion, they were angry. So you saw them as like belittling you, making you feel unworthy. But, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is what this parent wanted to do. If parent had problems in their own marriage, it's like, I'm tired. I don't have the patience. So the child's going to see it as, I'm unworthy because you don't want to give me time. So not all the time were these wounds inflicted purposely. It's, again, it's how the child perceives it. The child's self perceives it. Nevertheless, it was still traumatizing because there's disassociated, which is detached, which from emotional, from, like, again, feeling unworthy, feeling belittled, like getting bullied by someone that's supposed to love and nurture you, that you have to actually nurture yourself. Because anyone can survive in that way as organized chaos. However, you're not going to manifest the best results. And it's because the imprint that was on you was to be raised by a parent that loved you, but then was mean, or loved you and, didn't nurture you. If anything, they bullied you. So that is, like, again, the imprint, and how you would heal it is through, obviously, not being with this person that wanted to give absolutely nothing to, like, they didn't want to give anything. It's like, and their heart is closed. That could be for many different reasons, but you already dealt with somebody that had their heart closed. Yeah, this person, like, needs to really, like, integrate those spiritual practices into their life. There's an imbalance within their masculinity, and that's to create structure. That's to, again, create security. That's somebody that has the resources, meaning the spiritual capability, but they needed to be taught, where this person needs to become, like, a little bit more like I want to say like a child, like somebody that there's mutual, that like youth, like this trust, friendship, like letting this person does have feelings for you, but there's also like a sense that that they don't they don't really want the conventional relationship, because the conventional relationship is something that's hurt them in the past, and it's not that they can't have that, it's that they just have to do things differently, that they have the tools that are deep inside of them to be able to do it, to be able to create something that's lasting. But it's going to create them like to act like they care, they to act like they are aloof all the time. So that's what the issue is. It's like this person needs to put effort in, they need to put energy in, because it's a way that they're going to open up their heart. It's something that they don't want to do, that they didn't want to do. But I feel like their pride is coming down, like, but and it is because, again, the connection is timeless. And like, what did I say? The person needs to surrender their ego in order for this connection to work. And that's what they need to stop acting like they don't care. They need to, utilize the spiritual tools that they have and create the friendship and the bond, because there is a lot of mutual understanding. And this is again about going out on adventure, like almost like you guys would make a really good team, believe it or not. It's just this person needs to be able to see the relationship from a different perception, which that's happening because they want you to reach out. And when they see that you're not reaching out to them, it's like that's when they actually really get a new perception, because you're not in their life anymore. They get a new perception, and that's because which ascends them, helps them ascend. But because what they're saying is like, I really want you back in my life. I want you to show me, and they're putting it out there, but you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything because you're like, no, I'm not going to give you at this point. It's about you ascending. And that's what the story was really about. This person needing to ascend. And they needed to show you that because you already had this spiritual block of feeling like you weren't good enough. Like, but someone that's belittled and feeling unworthy, like I'm unworthy for you to put effort in. You're making me feel like I'm unworthy. And that's what Spirit was saying, is like, no one should be able to make you feel unworthy. When you nurture yourself, you heal the disassociation, those fragmented pieces, you ascend. Because again, you create a whole other reality in what you were grounded in. However, this person that you're connected to, like, they thought that they were going to control love. They didn't really want to do any of it like this. It's just they're winding up healing because there's a part of them that wants to like literally upgrade. This is like repair, fine tune. They want to fix the connection because there's still a connection. It's still a very strong spiritual connection, but one that is teaching you both how to forgive, how to let go, how to appreciate being in each other's lives without the expectation of anything, which is not an easy thing, because I feel like both you and this person both like had a perception of what you wanted the relationship to be. I just don't think that they were in alignment with one another. And I feel like this person needed a lot of healing. They weren't strong enough to just listen to their intuition. Instead, they have to ask other people, and no one has their best interest at hand. It's like this person needed to take control over their life. So understand, like, the spirit brought you into their life for a few reasons. It's like, hey, listen, you could now like be in a good connection, but also look at the people that are surrounding your life. Look at how they're controlling your life. Look at, like, this person needed to make serious adjustments in their life that they weren't willing to do. They're doing it now because they see you're not coming back. And they're like, well, I want to, there's a desire to repair. And that's good because that means that this person is surrendering their ego. They're saying that they're sorry. That means they're going to put effort in where they didn't put in any effort before, down to the fact that even during separation, they were like, I need to feel your energy, but I'm not going to do anything. It's like, you were like, well, then you're going to lose me. You got to care about what you feel. And this is all about, again, this person awakening and you both seeing things from a higher perspective, that you're learning the law of one, which again is the law of the universe. It's that there is a spiritual connection, but understand not all spiritual connections are smooth. In the beginning, a lot of times they're very triggering because there is like this feeling of love and passion, but there's also like you don't like what this person's doing and vice versa. Like you both challenge each other, and that's because there's healing, making this person change. Person that's detached, if you're detached, being in your body is not that comfortable, especially when there was emotional abuse, of feeling unworthy and misunderstood. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be vulnerable, where this person's like, please be vulnerable, please be vulnerable. But it's, again, they were like being like, well, you're not doing it. It finally pushed them into their higher self, into the God part of self, the higher self. So they knew what they had to do, where before they, they wouldn't do that. They finally got to a place of surrendering, which is what they needed to do to form, to actually finally obtain spiritual equilibrium, which is balance, because they wanted to control the situation. You wanted to control the situation. There's feelings there. However, like, again, spirit saying it's a divine connection, so neither one of you really should be trying to control, because you're not going to like get good results. It's like you both have to come to a place of surrender, and that's not easy to do. Like, because like I said, there's trauma, and there's also like how we've conditioned ourselves. Again, so part of it is about changing old habits and integrating new habits that are more supportive. And it's about like letting go of the ego. Like I said, I feel like there's a fear of that with your person, like always, like that they associate who they are with their ego, and that's not really who you are. It's like we actually have many ego deaths within a lifetime. It's like because we evolve many times. This person tends to get in their own way, like it says, paranoid. So it's about learning to be present, learning to be in the moment, and always shoot for balance, because the relationship has a tendency to get imbalanced, but only because this person's mind, because they get in their own way. So the relationship is difficult, but it is one that the universe is utilizing both you and this person to help heal, really difficult spiritual blocks that, you're not enjoying the relationship in the beginning. And what it is like, I love this person, I feel connected to this person, but this person like pisses me off on every level. And I don't understand why I have a connection to them. I don't understand what the purpose is. The relationship is frustrating. It's confusing and it's frustrating. And it makes me feel as if like I'm not good enough. And spirit says, no one should be able to make you feel that way. So that was a wound that was inside of you before this person came into your life. And it's to integrate certain things so that, again, to create balance, because this type of love can't be broken. It can't be manipulated. It's that it just is. It's like we have to come to a place of surrender and look at the relationship again from a higher perspective. That's what it said all through this reading, which is I need to look at it through a spiritual perspective. What am I supposed to learn from it? Because then once you learn and integrate the spiritual lesson, a lot of times you see that person differently. A lot of times the person changes because you changed without saying, hey, you need to change. You just changed. They automatically changed. It's you break that karmic like contract per se, because that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm bound to something that doesn't give me anything. It's like their energy is on me, and I'm on there. I don't want to like this person. It's like, how do I let go? Like, why? What is it doing here? Like, why am I holding on? What is it? How is it contributing to my life? Well, there's a spiritual lesson. So if you don't learn the lesson, it doesn't contribute to your life. If anything, it drains you of your life force, because it's how you only have so much time, energy, focus, and money. And if you're focused on this person that can't give, well, then you can see why that wouldn't be good for you. You would not allow you to grow. But it's not that this person doesn't have love, and it's not that you don't have love, especially if you grew up in organized chaos where it was chaos, but you still identified with the people that were chaotic as love. So it's about learning how to work with that energy. So then we leave off with one more card, and that's to ask Spirit any other advice. Hey, Annette. And Mike. Thank you, Mike. Okay, and then we see me. Well, I actually pulled out two, but this one is me. So it's about you allow serenity to like realign in yourself. The love that you have for yourself invites harmony to settle within your being. Listen to and honor to fulfill the needs of your soul. So again, this person that wasn't willing to really give anything, like made you actually have to look at yourself and say, is this something that I want? Like, is this like, are you being fair? Are you like, do you take from me or are you giving to me? And once you got to the place of saying, you know what, you take from me, I'm disengaging, that's when this person actually, like, it awokened something inside of them. But Spirit says, nevertheless, it's about you choosing, and the choice should always be you choose serenity, light, and positive energy, regardless of whatever you go through. That you choose happiness and you rise above fear and you direct your thoughts to God. So it's like, yes, there's a spiritual connection that you and this person have, but it's still a choice whether or not you want to be with this person. And that if they're not filling the needs of your soul, making you happy, watering your garden per se, it doesn't matter the spiritual connection. It doesn't matter that this person's going to figure it out, that they were. No, it's Spirit saying you need to do what's best for yourself, because when you have peace of mind, you are at ease. And when you're at ease, you're able to co-create with the universe. You're not going to manifest more of the same bullshit of getting people that are indecisive in your life and people that have problems in your life. When you are not at ease, you again are prone to disease, because again, the person stresses you out. And what we saw is that this person like is full of chaos because they don't really know what they want. And so again, not until they heal. They're starting to work on it, but Spirit says, never you mind what they're doing. It's like you live on your life and do what you need to do for yourself. And eventually, if this person catches up, either way, the divine says, I got what I wanted. This person is going to step it up into a better version of himself. And you also are not going to tolerate that kind of bullshit ever again. So it made you aware. So, which is really what spiritual connections are about, even the most insignificant ones. And what we saw here was pretty much an insignificant relationship of a person that's like, I like you, but I don't want to put in any work. And well, I like you, but I have this problem and that problem. And just keep figuring out ways to get into their own way. And after a while, it's really draining and it makes us feel as if that there's something wrong with us, even though there's nothing wrong with us. It's just that person's way of trying to chip away your self-esteem. And so, you always have to do what's best for you and to like not hold a spiritual connection as well as a spiritual connection has got to work. Like, because a spiritual connection, unless the person's actually like treating you well, it's not worth anything, because a spiritual connection also teaches you karmic lessons and karmic lessons that have the potential to keep you bound to like your childhood trauma. And if you always felt like you weren't loved or the relationship, like you were never nurtured, well, that's what's going to play out. So, like I said, you're the creator of your life and to like direct your life. So I believe that this was like a karmic test, and by you not being with this person, and you pass the test. And when you pass the test, you raise your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, then now you're open to new energy that's more in alignment with who you are, where you want to go today, what your goals are, instead of those traumas of the past. And that's the key. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. And before I let you go, if you see, I did post, I have a secret thing that I've been working on for a really long time. I'm really, really excited about it. It has to do with healing. It's something that, like I said, I've worked really hard on, and I actually had launched something a little while ago, but now I tweaked it. I made it even better. There's more perks to it. And so if you're somebody that's interested in healing and is looking for support, well, definitely fill out the link, click on the link, fill it out to sign up to be part of the wait list, and you will be one of the first to be notified on my big secret that I am really excited to tell everybody about. Like I said, any type of healing support that you guys need, definitely check it out. Like, you can check it out, the link in the description box. You can also check out my website, pureenergyhealer.com. But like I said, if you're someone that's in need of healing and you're looking for a little extra support, definitely fill out the link. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.